I have the latest Fiio K13 R2R DAC with me. This one is the latest desktop headphone DAC amp. Fiio, even though is very seasoned when it comes to DAC amps, they started with DAC amps. They moved on to other products later. They do not really offer a standalone amp, but they are a lot more seasoned when it comes to making DAC amps. Okay, so this one is housing a R2R DAC and 4 dedicated amps, if I'm not wrong, from TI K13. This one is priced at $320 or around $330. This one looks interesting, no doubts about that. Is the successor of the K11. That too was an R2R DAC amp. Let's see if we have any specification on it. No, nothing specific to emphasize. Size, weight, LDAC, Bluetooth, XMOS, yeah. Nothing exactly specific about the DAC or amp here. So this is the black one, which looks really good in my opinion. Silver looks nice too, but the black one looks a bit more appealing in my opinion. Warranty card, nothing fancy. Let's have a look at the booklet. I think yeah, in multiple languages here. Comes with a remote too. Looks nice in my opinion, at least. So easier to navigate with the manual here. We are getting a 1.1 inch display, if I'm not wrong. I checked the specification and this one uses a 1.1 inch display. Looking for some specification here. I'm not exactly getting any here, it seems. Yeah, quick start guide. Let's put this aside and have a look at the accessories here. Here's the C2A cable to use it with the PC. A remote very similar to what we get with the K17. A 1/4 inch adapter and no C2C cable. Okay, that is kind of interesting in my opinion. No C2C cable. We are getting 1/4 inch adapter, so I'll put it on the DAC. Let's have a look at the DAC here, and no batteries either. If you guys will see, there are no batteries for the remote. I do not think this one has batteries in it. So kind of cost cutting from Fiio here. They haven't offered a C2C cable or batteries for the remote, so yep, some cost cutting has been done here. Let's have a look at the DAC amp. I like the black color here. It looks a bit more appealing than the silver or gray one. Single-ended XLR to connect it with speakers and that kind of stuff. We are getting line out composite, coax in, USB in, DC in, and it comes with a switch that switches between DC and AC. This is AC. Optical in, there is an extra USB-C port, but no extra cable. Keep that in mind. On the front, we are getting a 1.1-inch display, menu input and volume knob, volume and power on knob. This is the 4.4 mm output, I believe, and this is the 1/4-inch adapter. Looks nice. You guys can see the chips here, R2R. Looks definitely interesting. It's always interesting when the thing is slightly more transparent. In any case, this is the unboxing of K13 R2R. I'll include the initial impression within this video. Now let me give you guys a walk around, or you can say our initial impression of the Fiio K13. It has a menu button, menu dial here, and the volume and on off button here. Just hold the menu button, press once, and you have the output options, and use the dial to reach the desired settings you want to. Balanced, you can change the balance. EQ is off, DSD, gain. Okay, here is the gain. You guys can see gain. You can get 3 gain options here, H, M, L. I have it on high, even though this one is fairly powerful at 2400 MW in high gain with the balanced out, and 1220 MW with the single-ended. It isn't the most powerful DAC amp you can get in this price range for sure. There is the Zen Can 3. Okay, gain, out, return, Bluetooth, firmware version, reset, update, sleep timer. It comes with a sleep timer, LCD timeout. There is no need to do LCD timeout. I'll show you what to do if you want to turn the LCD off. UAC, balanced. Okay, shown you guys all the menu options here. Press it once, it turns off the LCD. Press it for a couple of seconds and it will turn off the amp here. Hold it and it turns on with green lights on. You guys can see, looks nice in my opinion. Okay, I think I'm forgetting the settings here. In any case, I think a double press should be needed to turn the ambient lights here. I think, okay. No, I just forgot that, it seems. In any case, you can change all these things from the remote. I showed you guys there was light on off, so nothing to be worried about. In any case, let me tell you what this sounds like. Okay, it is very similar to what we get with the Zen Can 3, but this one has slightly bigger stage. I kind of felt that it has a bit more spread out stage, but its Z-axis depth isn't exactly great. It is good. I like the extension at both ends, but it could have been a bit more deeper. The depth in stage is not exactly great, yet it is very good, very clean, very detailed, very, I'll say, neutral. It is not warm or thin or thick or anything like that. Very neutral and is very powerful. Drives the Fiio FT1 Pro without any issues, and the Shure SRH 1840, which in my opinion is a very demanding headphone, sounds very good out of it. Even though this could have been a bit more subtle, this one is not very subtle when it comes to the notes presentation. This one is a bit more transparent. Okay, even though it is a R2R DAC and uses OPA 1642 into 2 and TPA 6120 into 2 for the amplification, it still is not sharp or thin or anything like that. It is, as I have been saying, is very neutral when it comes to tonality and timbre. I definitely would have liked a slightly more warmer kind of presentation like the USB DAC amp QX13. In any case, this is very powerful, sounds very good. I like the way the things look here. You guys can see this window looks beautiful. I'm not exactly sure how scratch resistant this is. Okay, let me show you one thing. This is metal, the side is metal, but the back is kind of made out of plastic. Okay, this back is plastic, but everything on the sides are made out of metal. And this window obviously looks fantastic, and it changes colors according to the type of music you are playing. If I play some MP3 tracks, it might change the color. In any case, this is the initial impression of the Fiio K13 unboxing, and initial impression of the Fiio K13. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Enjoy.